Going live.
Right. Out of the way. Did you end up finding? Oh, you found the spray bottle.
No, that's black water.
Oh,
I did fill a spray bottle though.
I need a spray
If you
bottle.
need it.
Yeah.
Right here. This little guy.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Man. I missed you last week.
Yeah.
What happened? Oh, I had a meeting last week.
I was so busy too. We couldn't fit it in last week.
Oh. Well, I'm glad.
We're back.
Yeah.
We're back.
Good morning to anybody that's watching us. Thanks for watching us.
Yeah.
I don't think that you know this, but today is going to be our official first day of our pre-launch campaign
First day of pre-launch.
for Return to Shadow Valley.
First day of pre-launch for Return to Shadow Valley.
So we can chat about that quite a bit.
Well, and I'm painting the heads that'll be on the poster for Return to Shadow Valley.
So that's what I remember.
That's what these 3 heads will be on that poster.
That's awesome.
And I chose them based on the fact that they all have a slightly different look to them.
Okay.
And I like.
I love this back of the skull right here.
Yeah.
The big.
Unfortunately, you won't see the back of the skull on the poster.
Oh, we got a little.
We got some people.
We got my voice in here. Yeah. So by me saying that it's our first, it's kind of us announcing, just to chat about that. We're going to do a crowdfunding campaign for the movie.
Crowdfunding campaign.
That's going to launch on May 4th.
Our zombie movie.
Mm-hmm.
Is going to launch May 4th. So the crowdfunding will go live May 4th.
The crowdfunding will live May 4th.
May the 4th be with us.
Exactly. I mean, how perfect.
You can't have a better day.
So I should have the campaign. I need the posters. That's the last thing I just need some artwork so I can get the.
We should have the poster by the end of the day today if I get these 3 heads painted in our chat here.
Uh-huh. You think can you do 3 heads? How long does it take you to paint all these?
I'm slowing myself down right now.
Yeah.
I could have these 3 painted in 20 minutes. Flat. I used to paint 500 masks a week.
Holy cow.
When I ran the Fright Zone as a Halloween mask company, we poured 120 masks a day, poured up latex.
Wow.
Front of the face. And then I would trim them all on Tuesdays. And then on Wednesday and Thursday, I would paint 500 masks. And then Fridays, mail them out.
That's crazy because I remember like when I was young hearing that they were hand painted. Yeah. And then I mean I'm young, maybe my.
There's no way to machine paint a Halloween mask.
And I was like, how the hell could they make money on that? Because I'm like, it's just got to take
near impossible. That's why masks are made in China and Mexico, honestly, and that's what killed the Fright Zone. Is it was just me, me and my wife. My wife would sew all the straps on them. I would pour them, paint them, and trim them, and she would mail them out. We had some helpers, like my friend Andrea used to help us once in a while. My dad helped for a minute pouring the latex. But when we moved to Florida, it's just us. And it's a lot of work, but it's super fun. Like, I would just listen to audiobooks or watch movies and do this all day. I mean, this was a 12-hour job of painting masks, but...
Which it is fun, man.
It's
like... Because basically kind of what you do is you just lay down the base color.
So the base color on these, I poured them in black. So they're already based out. They're black. Awesome. And now I can just go straight in with dry brush and it shows off all the detail. Okay. And then I'll go in with any detail colors, teeth, blood spots, wherever, skull. And then after that, airbrush.
Very cool.
Yeah. It is super fun.
So... Yeah, so then they're going to put these on the poster. Do you guys already have like the background?
I already have the poster kind of set up and just need to get the zombie heads in there in place of placeholders that are just stuff I didn't make.
Right.
That will be cool.
Awesome.
And then we can release the poster, I guess, with the campaign, right? Like people will see the poster with the campaign. And the poster could change for release of the movie, but this will be the campaign poster. And if, like you were saying, doing some special things where there's alternative art, maybe this is the release poster, the final, but then we do alternative art for special edition Blu-ray, special edition stuff.
Yeah, so we're going to do, and we still have to finalize the perks, but we cut up on it pretty good. I've got most of them down, just about ready for us to finalize, so we can chat about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, for anyone that's listening or watches this later on, I think the plan is going to be on this movie and
That's gonna fit all.
I just had a thought that I needed to turn mine off. That's what it calls me. Let's put mine to private or quiet or whatever. But yeah, we'll always do for the crowdfunding campaigns. We'll always do a limited edition run. But the only way you can get that Blu-ray is if you're one of the backers during the.
So special poster art.
Yeah, just a whole look, and we'll hand number them. So it's like it's a cool collector's item. Me being a collector is like I would buy that every time.
Yeah.
I would buy one this time. And it's cool. I feel like it's just a fun thing. It's like if we only sell 4 of them, somebody's gonna have a limited edition Blu-ray 4.
Yeah.
Hopefully, but
That's cool.
That's super cool.
That's the way to do it.
Someone's asking, did it ever become tedious having to paint the same mask 500 times?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, to the point though, I could do it in my sleep. We were talking earlier about airbrush skills, and I knew how to use an airbrush, but when I started manufacturing masks, I learned how to airbrush, with my eyes closed. It was tedious, but it was fun. I mean, there's no better job than sitting in your garage watching Leprechaun 4 for the 5th time that day and just painting Halloween masks. I mean, it really was super fun because we were selling to Six Flags, all 11 different Six Flags parks or something like that. A bunch of Cedar Fair.
What were the masks or something like Six Flags?
They were all from the face. It was for their Halloween haunt,
Okay.
So Cedar Fair they own Knott's Berry Farm, Kings Island, Kings Dominion. They bought tons of masks from us. I have a picture of Katy Perry with a bunch of our characters.
Oh, nice.
From Cedar Fair. It was a good day today or something.
So that was for their performers.
Yeah. For the Halloween haunts. And that's what we sold to. It's mostly independent haunted attractions like mine, as well as big theme parks. The theme parks is where the money was at there because they would order 200 of this and 200 of that. And but then the buyers changed for Six Flags one year, and our sales plummeted because we depended a lot on the Six Flags sales. And the same thing with the Cedar Fair. When their buyer changed, and you got to convince a whole new person. We also ran into a problem. There's this girl Tabitha who she works for CFX now, but she ran haunted houses in San Diego and stuff. Her dude Josh, and then they moved to San Francisco and opened a haunted boat. It was awesome.
Oh, nice.
But she bought one of my masks, this pig lady, and 20 years later she's wearing it today. It never broke. It wasn't disposable. So it's awesome, but that's part of the reason we failed because people didn't have to replace ever. So those parks, they didn't buy more from us because they had 150 of these masks.
Right.
The biggest problem is theft from the performers would be the biggest problem, but it was cool. It was a lot of fun.
It's fun while it lasted.
Yeah.
Steve says he'll be out in a bit to see what he can do with the door.
Good. We need you, bud. We need you.
Yeah, the issues with the door.
No. Steve's big, strong man, and he's putting the castle doors on the haunt. They weigh about 200 pounds a piece.
Oh, wow.
Together, I'll level them. He'll drill and do the thing. We're getting them on there, and it's just hanging doors. It's like rocket science.
Yeah.
But it's really a pain in the butt. The ground's not level. The doors aren't plumb. It's been a challenge, but they look so dang cool.
Doors are awesome.
And the cool thing, this whole attraction is turning out super cool. But also, while Steve's here, we're going to put him back in the Las Vegas Frankenstein makeup.
Oh, nice.
And we're going to digitally scan him so we can print a bust of him to put in the Frankenstein room of the attraction. So, campaign self-promotion in our, we're doing this in a theme park in Indiana, and they're gonna walk through and they're gonna see Las Vegas Frankenstein. They're gonna hear about Tom Devlin's Monster Museum. We're like forcing our own promotion into it, but it's not. I mean, it's my attraction. Of course, we're gonna talk about what we've done. So that's very cool. And we need to put Steve in a nameless costume and scan him for our Plan 10 project. I just don't know if we have time today. There's so much going on.
What do you use about 30 hours a day?
Yeah. I'm at like 32, I think.
I like it.
But I love.
Inspire me.
I wouldn't
always.
have it anyway. Yesterday, I felt like it was 3 days in one. We ended up going to this secret location park where all these circus folks meet up. And we got to throw knives and stuff with them and crack whips. And it was so cool. Like, let all these guys that have been on America's Got Talent and all just this fucking cool
Is it
circus
called
meetup.
Secret Location Park or is it a secret
No,
location?
it's a secret location that they
go to.
that all these Vegas performers meet up at once a month.
Oh, that's cool.
Just kind of, they play with toys. It's grown adults playing with their toys, and it was really fun. Cooper got to throw some knives and got pretty good at like getting them in the wood.
That's awesome.
I love sharing the odder side of humanity with my family.
I told you probably like this too. But this, when I was doing me and Teacher were doing our live streams, we talked. Somehow we got into the topic of Bob Lazar.
Oh, I love Bob Lazar.
And he had a long time back. He got invited to Bob Lazar. Some of those guys used to do like some crazy, like weekend out in the.
Oh yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I never heard about it. Explain it to me. My memory is such garbage.
So there's a spot. I think it's in Utah or in Southern Nevada. I'm not positive. But they all meet up, and you can see like ship activity and stuff.
But these guys were also doing like, I don't know, launching rockets, crazy ass shit. Like it was like some wild weekend. That's awesome. Yeah, he was telling me, I was like, oh, that's amazing.
So much fun. I mean, you gotta imagine that's how celebrities like socialize in secret. Like, okay, let's all do this.
Yeah, do some fun stuff. So, back to crowdfunding campaign. Yeah, for the next 2 weeks, we'll start sharing it out, talking about it. But the idea is what we want to try to get people to do is once the Indiegogo thing is live, if people sign up there for the like to be notified, to know when the campaign launches, they'll get an email from Indiegogo. We'll send that stuff too. But the hope is the first 4 or 5 days is going to be our like.
That's what we really want.
Yeah, that's like because apparently it's like if we show Indiegogo that people give it crap, then they'll start sharing it with their own audience, which helps more people that would be interested. So that's why we're doing it kind of 2 weeks. Get the word out, let people know.
So will you make posts and stuff that I can share and Kayla can share with the Monster Museum?
They'll all be in a shared Google Drive. So I'll make them all like Instagram, all that stuff. And yeah, so share. We're gonna do a lot of community posts on the Creepy Popcorn channel. We're gonna do community posts on your channel too. Just try to get it out as many people as we want. Yeah, I'm excited to launch. I'm excited to get it going. I wanted to do a crowdfunding campaign for such a long time.
It's funny because I've been so apprehensive of crowdfunding, but I've gotten really excited about this opportunity. And also just talking about it to people, everybody's like, yeah, dude, yeah. It doesn't seem, I don't know what I was apprehensive about.
Well, we talked about it. I just think I don't blame you. I've been apprehensive. And there is a version of it that I wouldn't want to do ever or want to do too. It's like, but a lot of people have taken a lot of people's money and not done. So it has sort of a bad reputation for some good reasons.
Yeah.
But that's not because on the other side too, there's some really cool shit.
I've had a lot of really cool jobs that were involved with crowdfunding.
Yeah.
Corey's working at the alien place right now, so me and Chris and Wally can all get work done on the attraction model. We're getting very close to the end of this attraction. It really needs to be done May 8th. So it's just
Yeah. I was thinking about the
Museum doing good. Monster Museum is killing it as always. I can't wait till the day that the Alien Museum kind of takes over. Like,
yeah.
it's I mean, I guess I can wait for that day, but
Yeah.
I keep wondering how long until the Alien place catches on. Because the Monster Museum took a while to catch. But once it did, it never stopped.
I was waiting for you this morning.
I hope it doesn't take a global pandemic for the Alien place to catch. But it is
It's a tough thing to survive the growing phase of any
business, yeah. And that's the neat thing the Alien Place has is the Monster Museum helps the growing pains. The Monster Museum didn't have that.
When you guys first opened it, I mean, was it like it had to take a while, right, to kind of get?
Oh,
I imagine like at first maybe some people from the city came out and checked it out.
no,
People.
you know what? The city has been the last to join in.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boulder City is very supportive of us, but they don't support us. You know what I mean? And once they come in, they do. But everybody in Boulder City, for some reason or another, just thought it was a haunted house.
Right.
And now there is a haunted house, and they're starting to see the difference. But the early on, that was not the case. And we're really well known in the community. People love us, and it's been great. It's just that it's funny that it kind of took.
Boulder City's got a lot of, I mean, I don't know if that's right, but does it have like a lot of retirees kind of?
It used to. It's got a lot of families now. There's a lot of families in Boulder City.
So when you use the airbrush, we were talking about that earlier a little bit. Um, do you mostly use it for like, do you do fine detail with your airbrush?
Oh yeah.
That was the thing when I tried to learn how to use it. I think that, it's like when you're young, you're like, you want it to work right away. Yeah. So it was like, every time I try to do a detail, just getting spread everywhere, it get clogged. I gave up on it so fast. It was one of the things I was like, so excited to get, saved up my money, bought one.
So I had told you, when I started doing the Halloween mask, I really got good at the airbrush. Mm-hmm. Painting three-dimensional objects, that's true. But you see these guys paint T-shirts and stuff.
Yeah.
And cars and motorcycles. I didn't really know how to do that stuff. So what I did is when we moved to Florida, I ended up having an airbrush that was the Tom Devlin airbrush. It was a sponsored by Pache, and they made the Tom Devlin T13 airbrush. They don't make it anymore, but I still have a couple of them around. But when I moved to Florida, I opened an airbrush booth at the flea market. That way I was forced to learn how to paint like those paintings behind you, that Jessica Rabbit and that the Joker's back there. I had to learn how to use an airbrush. Okay. Because I was like, if I have an airbrush named after myself and all I can do is spray some rubber mask, which is obviously you guys are walking not very hard, then I better learn how to use this thing. And I did, and I love it.
I saw something the other day on like, I don't know, Facebook or TikTok, but they have like this new, like a like a pen airbrush or something. Oh, yeah. Have you tried? Is that just a gimmick? I don't think those things are really hard. I'm getting better as I get older. till like I won't buy that till it's around for a year.
Yeah.
That was a sucker film.
When I first started doing the mask, I bought this gimmicky airbrush paint caddy that was like you could hold 1,000 different colors, and then you just switch it like a revolver to go to the next color.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is if you ever didn't, it needed to be clean, so it was so impossible to clean. So you could use it until you didn't use it, and then it would just clog up, and there you're done. And it was like $300. But yeah,
I'm always like the guy who do spray paint.
I love it.
Like it's like that's one of the things.
I love spray painting also.
Have you ever done that?
Oh yeah.
That's what when I look at it, I'm just like, I know they have different nozzles and all that stuff, but it's like, it's from what I see, it's like you got to be real confident with your like strokes.
Me and Wally say, you have impeccable can't.
Yeah.
But it's not different than airbrushing, really.
No.
You didn't really have to help Corey clear. You just need to go in and get it.
How's your daily?
It's going good. We're on day 110 today. Doing it, man.
Every time I'm gonna check them out, they're good. Man. Like, they're very comfortable.
It's very funny that I mean, it's all just this is what I do today. Here we go. And some days you're in a park with some circus performers. Some days you're at BattleBots selling robots. You don't know. There's always something crazy though. It's really opened my eyes to how unique my children's life experience is.
Right.
I'm excited for more combat too.
Yeah. I saw that. I saw that. Oh, that's awesome.
I'm hungry.
That's very cool.
Everyone.
So that's done for now, and then
Yeah. I have to do eyes later. Well, these guys are too dried up for blood.
so you can like any like their
I'm a turkey. They might get some black goop around them or whatever. I'll do all the hair and goop at the end. But not really any red blood unless they're feasting. You know what I mean?
So this is pretty much ready to go.
That's ready for photo. Yeah. But these guys are a little bit too far gone for.
As long as you just keep coming back to the active around. Yeah, I don't think I didn't put in the script a definitive date. So I'm curious, like, what do you in your mind?
Imagine it's going on. Oh, well, that's part of changing the genre of music too, because we're gonna step that back to like 100 years, like Billy the Kid.
Oh, okay.
You know. Let's go a little grayer.
Started watching that series. My wife, so we watched one series that on Netflix called Something Really Bad Is About to Happen or something.
Oh, I've heard about that.
It was fun, man. It's kind of crazy, but it's like one of those fun shows that you're like not sure what the fuck is happening and where it's going. Have you seen what?
No, I've seen it. I haven't watched it, but I wanted to start it.
Yeah, it's a fun one. It's like the thing about those shows, I always feel like when there's like so much sort of like mystery to it all, it's like the journey of watching a show just almost always seems better than the end. You know, because it's like you kind of don't want it to wrap up. It's like you want to know all the secrets, but then you know them all. It's like, but it's still really, really good. We liked it a lot of those. But then we were looking for some other like horror shows. We watched. Did you watch Welcome to Derry? I watched Welcome to Derry. I only saw the first episode, but I loved it. Yeah, it's very cool. It's time for watching anything anymore. Yeah, that's as hard as it. Well, and I've now scheduled like we watch a movie every like today. Mondays we watch a movie of my career for our show Tales from the Home. And then on Fridays we watch Cincinnati Horror Festival. So it's like all the time I have to watch movies has been kind of scheduled with almost job. Yeah, it's like that takes away the joy. I mean, it's like one of the hardest things with. Although it's been really fun revisiting these old movies from my career. Like today we're gonna watch a movie, and we've been telling people if anybody's in Las Vegas, you're welcome to join us. We do it in the theater at the Moss Museum. We've had quite a few people coming. It's cool. But we're watching a movie called Evil Within. That is a film that I worked on when I met my wife 21 years ago. You know, and it was a wild experience. And what is that movie? What's that? It stars Michael Berryman, Dina Meyer, Sean Patrick Flannery, Matthew McGrory from House of a Thousand Corpses is in there. It's this Fred Kruller, who's the oldest son on Mr. Mom, and he's also the mechanic on all the Death Race movies. He's the lead, and basically he has a dual personality. And at one time the movie was called Whiplash, and then it's called The Storyteller, and then it finally got released as The Evil Within. But that movie took 10 years to make. We were on it actively. Andrew Getty, who directed it, is with the Getty family. You know, they're Getty Museum. Well, his bed was made out of wood from the Mayflower. That's the kind of rich we were. He let me drive Magnum PIs for her. Oh, yeah. And took me on set for Devil's Rejects. I mean, God, it was such a crazy, wild time. And so I haven't seen this movie in forever. And like last week, we watched Poultry Nights, which I hadn't seen in forever. Right. And it's just such a formidable time of my life. Yeah. And to watch these movies again as from a different perspective. I was telling everybody, like, I used to take so much pride in these movies I worked on that, like, if you didn't like it, it would hurt my feelings or whatever. But you know when people own dogs and they act like they're their kids? I'm going to upset somebody. I used to do that. My dogs were my kids. I always had pit bulls. I still do. But my dogs were my children, you know. But then I had kids. And those are my real kids, you know. And I understand the difference between dogs and kids now. Well, those movies were my movies that I did effects on. But now I'm a director. Those movies are my movies. You know what I mean? I have a very hard time saying The Evil Within is my movie. I worked on it. Yeah. But they told me to. Las Vegas Frankenstein, Nameless, those are my movies. You know, those are my children. The relationship there is totally different. And so to watch these movies again as somebody who now has their own, it's very eye-opening. It's an eye-opening experience of like, well, maybe it's not as good as I thought it was. You know? That's one of the hardest parts about being involved with films is like, you can fall in love. I mean, if you have a good time, you like the people around it, it's like, you know, it's so much fun. You fall in love with it all. And the last thing you want is to be like, oh, it's never good. Like, you know, and you just still be proud. I mean, I've worked on some epic shitstorms that's what's good about them. Like, there's a movie called Night of the Flesh Eaters. Epic shitstorm. But that's why it is so good. Because it's so bad. I mean, told too bad. It's bad. The acting, the acting effects are pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I did that. But I mean, it's a terrible movie. It would have been called Night of the Flesh Eaters. Terrible movie in the best way. Fun zombie fact is the original title to Night of the Living Dead. Oh, really? Yeah, some of those movies are the first movies to watch. Like, you know, that one is like drinking game bad.
was horrendous, but like it was instantly awesome because of how bad it was.
When you said what was horrendous movie?
Oh, these people getting lost at the location in the Woodland Angels Crest Forest. We caught the whole forest on fire and the generator blew up. Or me and John Carius were putting the generator out with some freaking like 2 liters of soda. I mean, just one of the director would go sleep in the car while we just made his movie. Jeremy Gary was his name. I think we got to do that on Tales from the Vault next. It's a terrible movie. I played a rock man, got hit out of rocks.
Yeah, last time we were talking, you were talking about how you do like
The funny thing is, I quote that movie every day, all the time. Like, there's this line in it that says, "Get me a stick," and he says it all funny, like, "Get me a stick." And I probably quote that line all the time. I'll be like, "Get me a stick."
no.
My wife knows. She was there for all this. What did you say? I was talking about something.
Oh, we were talking about like you need to do extra work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize you'd done like I mean, you did that much acting.
Yeah, not acting.
Well, but like you like.
I've done creature performing. I've been a victim in movies when we need an extra. But I've never been an actor. I was definitely an extra, not to be confused.
So never speaking roles in all characters.
Maybe speak a little bit like, "Hey Bob." There's a difference between acting and like using the art form of acting and being on camera. There's definitely a difference. But that is this segues right back into Shadow Valley for me because we were talking about the different levels of zombies and participant. I will not let somebody pay for a featured extra or featured, we call it featured background or featured zombie, without giving them acting to do. Like featured means you're acting. You know what I mean? Hero means you're a freaking full-blown role. Featured is acting. Background, that's you're in the movie. You're a visible prop in the movie that is moving around. You know, and I think that's fine because some people are really shy and don't want to talk and do lines and do acting. You know, but they want to be a zombie in a movie. And so if we do have featured zombies or either fresh or rotten, we were talking about that. There'll be different levels. They will be acting. You know what I mean? They're not gonna just be, props. They're not gonna be props.
So right now our plan is to offer the ability to be a zombie in the film. Yeah. And then basically if someone buys that correct, there's 3 levels to it. There's
background, featured, and hero. So there'll be less heroes than anything else because we don't want to just have a million people that we have to fit in that don't work.
So we're taking that right. So background is going to be what's the experience going to be like for background zombie.
Background zombie will be wearing more of a latex mask pullover. That doesn't move a lot. It's just it's like a Halloween mask. It'll be tighter fitting. It won't be like a Halloween store Halloween mask.
Right.
It'll be tighter fitting. It'll look legit, but it'll just pull on. Their outfit underneath their clothes will more than likely be more clothes. So they'll have spandex with printed bones on it that will be under the clothes. Because they're far enough away, we won't be able to tell. Yeah. They're never going to get an extreme close-up because we'll see the seams and stuff. You know what I mean? But they'll fill the background. Exactly what it is, and they'll be slow-moving and in a horde. Yeah. Depending on how many, if we get 5 or 10 of them, then we shoot them in sections panoramically. So we move that section and swap their places, and it'll look like a horde. Right. If we get 40 of them, we've got a horde. You know what I mean? But we need to fill the frame, especially as the sun's coming up at the end of the film. And our magical moment that we're going to talk about is happening. We need to fill that frame. So we'll either do a lock-off and move our crowd, or we will do the full crowd, depending on how many. Then it comes to the featured zombies. Those are zombies that frame while attacks are happening. Those are zombies that are going to act. I will give them zombie training on how to move, how our zombies move. Everybody's got to be uniform. We're from the same world. You know what I mean? I don't want it to look like this guy's from Return of the Living Dead, and this guy's from 28 Days Later, and this guy's from some cartoon from Scooby-Doo. They have to move the same. There'll be a limp, a turn foot. There's a zombie class we will give everybody. The background's not so much, doesn't need to worry about that the same, you know, but definitely we will need to do that with the heroes.
What is that, like an hour of the day of shooting?
Yeah, just a little bit before. And also we'll have coaches like Chris and I don't direct them, so I'm seeing them, but we'll make sure that we can instruct them as they go. I've got a couple hero zombies cast that already understand what I'm talking about. So those people will be able to work with the news. But a lot of these guys have probably been in zombie movie before. Maybe they haven't. I don't know. I don't know the type of people that are going to join us. But what I do know is it should be fun.
And then the hero zombie, which was only going to be a couple.
Yeah, I would say no more than 10 hero zombies. And that's for throughout the movie, you know. So they're, those are guys that get their heads lobbed off. Those are guys that show up more than once, too. Like I said, I cast a couple hero zombies because I know I've got some guys that can do it. But, like, if we don't get enough people, I'll swap their costumes and have them play multiple hero zombies. You know what I mean? There's also a body style I'm looking for the rotten zombie heroes.
Yeah.
And, but there'll be freshy zombie heroes as well. So, you know, there'll be a spot for everything.
Yeah, so once like if somebody buys the first and once we get a shot or finish up some more shots and then get a headshot.
They'll do
Figure out whether it's good.
and that's for everybody's benefit. So everybody feels like they not feels like everybody's legitimately casting the role they're playing, rather than just purchasing a role because they want to.
And by doing that, it's like you don't have to have much time.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't fit. Squeezing them in real fast. That's one of the backgrounds. I'm excited to see it all come together.
Yeah, I think it's amazing.
It sounds like a massive undertaking.
It's not as massive.
Well, and it's just like it's one of those things that's like you've done it so much.
Yeah.
You know.
And as the effect artist, I always get stuck in front of the zombie. You know, there was a year there, we made Tommy the Master Chief Night, Devlin Night, Dead, this Australian movie called Dead. I can't tell you how many zombie movies, George's Intervention. I couldn't tell you how many zombie movies in 1 year. So it's like, it's been a while though. But the one thing I always said about all of those movies is, every one of those movies, this isn't the zombie movie I would make.
Right.
My wife was, we did this thing called Edge of Darkness that was Jason Bourne directed. It was really awesome. Not the zombie movie I would make. My wife was going to do the segment because it's like an anthology within the same world, in the same apartment complex happening during the zombie apocalypse. And my wife was going to direct one of the segments. And hers that she wrote was a zombie movie I would make. And that didn't make the cut. Like, they ended up directing just Jason Bourne. It's fine, it would make. I don't know why. They're slow moving.
Slow moving.
Beat them or burn them. They go up pretty quick.
So they're easy to.
They're dead. They're all messed up. But yeah, no, they're Romero zombies. I
Oh, stuff to watch before. Did you ever see that show on Netflix, the anthology show that you know from? It's just so easy to kind of go somewhere else for a little bit. My idea at least help me. You know, you have to kind of okay, number two. Gloss on there. Oh, that's what I was going to ask you. The gloss is because they're dry and stuff. They still get gloss. Yeah, I have gloss too. That's just the Hollywood stuff. It's gonna look great. When your eyes, wispy hair. That one gets long wispy hair. When you said eyes, what do you mean? Actually, well, yeah, but for the poster, I'm gonna put eyeballs in these heads. The actors, that's why they have flashing in there. So I'll just paint some eyes in these heads. What is flashing? These little chunks of clay that we put. Oh, that will create a clay nip around it. When we pull the foot latex off, and that way it's really close to the end. Oh, for right now, I'm gonna put I cannot wait to run 30 or 40 of these foam latex heads and just have like zombie all over this room, you know. Yeah. Even if it's the same scope painted green, different ways, you'll never know. You know, with the foam, you can just pick out little spots and make more moves. You can make it so different, so easy. Exactly. That look with my, I think even moving board, that will be brownish this way, but I feel oh, yeah, there's no thing to get on the front. You started watching the screen. Did you watch the screen? No. It was like, it was on regular TV, like, I don't know, I think 8 years ago, or maybe longer. It's got a really good cast. And it's you know, Toro, I think, was either the showrunner or producer or something. Um, but I think it's like, I don't even know what it is. The whole first episode is like, there's an airplane, there's something in the cargo of the airplane. It breaks out. It's like, so I don't think it's not zombies, but it's like monsters. I don't know, yeah, vampires, but I think it's a lot of things. And it's one of those little ones, like, I watched the first few episodes when it came out, and I loved it. And then I somehow 10 years went by. 10 years? And so I was like, fuck. My boyfriend was like, so we started watching it, and it's fun. It's got some actors. It was got the name from Wishmaster. I think he's in Resistance. I think he's in Lost. But yeah. Did you watch Lost? Not much of it. My wife watched the whole thing. The funny thing is, Danny Roebuck has got a pretty role in Lost, and after becoming such good friends with him, I was like, okay, I should rewatch Lost. I'm gonna go see him tomorrow. Actually, I'm filming him for our attraction. He's gonna be one of the hosts. Oh, nice. Inside. So I'm gonna go back to LA tomorrow. Um, did Lola like Lost?
Yeah, she liked those. I don't know. The ending she liked or not. I've heard different things from different people.
Did you watch the I got into like the second or third season. I kept hearing about it. I thought they did, and I love it. Yeah, but you know, I feel like it's like this common thing where people just get so upset. They get sad, or like they always hate the endings. Yeah, I don't think I've ever. I'm trying to think of a show that I hated the ending of. Sons of Anarchy. I hated the ending of Sons of Anarchy. To be honest, I threw away 6 t-shirts. I felt so betrayed. My problem with that is I was sold on a show where Jax was going to change what was happening. He was going to change the way, the direction of the club, and at the end he just gave in. He just became one of them. But that's the. I mean, I think that is like a remodeling. I hate it. I don't like that. I don't watch movies. I don't watch movies for realism. I want the hero's journey. He was on the hero's journey. He was going to finish his father, John Teller's mission of the club that John built. Jax was and he failed miserably. It's like looking at Darth Vader as soon as he said he's his father. Yeah, okay, you know what? I'm the dark side. Yeah. No, that show, I felt like by the season 2, you knew it was like, I didn't. I was on a mission with him. I wanted it. What do you think happened? I think that Jack should have killed Clay. And I mean, they killed freaking Obi. They killed everybody that was any help in the mission. And they couldn't kill the bad guy. They couldn't kill Clay. Why? Because Ron Perlman was the famous one. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. He said, "What your mom did? Kill your dad's best friend that was clearly not right for this club." I didn't. I get what you're doing. And I felt right. Motorcycle in front of and killed himself. Well, I can't. Because my memory said shit. It's like, what was the? He had something really like. Why did he do that? I can't remember why he did that. I don't know. This is dumb.
Howard did not everyone he ever wanted to and was going to go to jail.
Right. So that was the thing.
And instead of going to jail,
So he's too much of a pussy to go serve time. And he just, what a freaking coward. I love that you're like, I threw away. I did. I was so in on that show until the last season. I didn't really love the Irish season. The kidnapping thing, I was like, this is dumb. But, geez. Yeah, not a fan of the way that show ended. Game of Thrones was a bit of a. I've heard that too. I never watched it. I just love it. I don't get to try to do it. I just don't want to. I don't want to be eating something I love, so. That happened to me. I just always think that the endings are always going to be sort of a letdown. Really? Yeah, well, but I love the ending of Stranger Things. I love it, and I know a lot of people don't like that. Yeah, I love it. I thought it was amazing. I don't like the show. No. Why? It's just not for me. I love it for my kids. I love that it is a segue into this world for them. But the production design in that show drives me crazy. I love the acting outside of Robert and the Sheriff. I guess we're okay in the first season. But I don't know. I was not a fan of that show. I used to like everything, man. I used to not be very picky. But I don't understand what the resources they had, how they could mess up as much as they did with the production. I thought this was near perfect. I like. Okay, well, they're riding 2002 bicycles. In 1984, they put bike radio on and painted it. Right? It's like, that's the wrong, that's not. I love your eye. That's completely out of it. Watch Super 8. Super 8 is perfect. I'm glad you brought Super 8. I'm glad, because Super 8 is the perfect version of Stranger Things. Stranger Things is like the lots. Stranger Things is the lots of Super 8. And I have such a problem with season too. That first punk rocker in the van, badass van. He's got tattoos all over his face like the Joker. That's not 1982, but you might have a safety pin in your ear, an anarchy symbol on your arm, but you don't have tattoos on your face that say hate or bad guy or whatever. That's Joker. That has nothing to do with 1984. And then when they're talking about the thing and watch it on video, but date-wise, it was still in theaters. They didn't have it on video. I don't know. I have a hard time with production design. Mostly because the same production company that made Glow. And Glow's production design is phenomenal. Perfect. Not one thing wrong with it. It is the most perfectly accurate period piece. Maybe ever. Real Glow, yeah, I did. I had a big box VHS. I was all over that. So Saturdays morning, I only had it on the big box VHS. I remember thinking it was like whiskey. Yeah. Yeah, I felt like you got to go a little bit. I get it. Fiji. Yeah, like it all right thing. Yeah, that's great. Comments from the gallery today. I like it's got a little money to me. I like that. Oh, I think the script, there's kind of like, I would say there's like two that have it too. That I would figure kind of sort of just obviously. If they're going to do something like that, still. I know you one of those. I didn't really get talked to them. I just got like people that I know like I should have that sort of finalized. I meant to have it. don't really shoot anything unnecessary. So when you guarantee camera, it just gets a bunch of bullshit that you don't, it's not necessary. Unless I have storyboards for both cameras saying, like, you're getting this coverage and you're getting this. But then it doesn't turn out great because if camera guys or whatever, you know, it's easier for me to shoot what I got. So we can worry about whether or not it's going to be. It would get so much footage to get right from the camera. It's like, what about like the big zombie ones? That, for effects and stuff, like things that are one and done, one take. Like we're gonna shoot that zombie where the sun is up, yes, running multiple cameras. But I prefer when I get somebody to if you need a second camera, I really want to get that second person to make a bunch of footage. I'm just gonna edit this and I'm never gonna get it because I'm looking at the monitor on my phone and do a thing called read eye. So I can see my phone against the monitor or my iPad. I can't do that with two cameras. So I make sure that I'm getting what I need. And every time I've ever run a second camera, I'm like, do you get that? Yeah. No, sir. No, that looked terrible or did not. That's what we shot or we had a second camera guy help out several times with that. Every time I'm like, what? I have to see the footage. You know when they show me the camera afterwards? I'm not really watching it. It's not me. I'll say it's not that to me. I do heavily pay attention to the actors. You know, I'm not, but I also love the acting part. I want to make sure that they're getting directed, not ignored. I really do trust my camera guy to do the camera. And I'll say stuff like, I do not like let it night. Let it night. So I like this, so we can just go. And then we go. And I regret it the whole time. That's one of the toughest things when you make a decision. Whatever it is, it would just rattle around in your brain for the next like, an hour. Like, and then I'll go back and reshoot it. Then we you're almost done with that. Are you driving out there? No, it would be taking off the big drops. I am driving out there with drops and stuff. Shipping there. The TV and stuff you set up after. Yeah, so most of the TVs will get set up when we get there. Everything will be set up before we leave, but then take it back. I'm going to try to pay it. Test it. Let some people put photos and all that. Get you in there. just like 20 people that like, okay, enough to make it fun. But that's where we can really look at our numbers below the core. Like we need core, and the core from that the gay party goers that our gang is like, really, this is what we just came to. Right. I'll get that script off by the end of the week, and then hopefully we can talk to TJ. Yeah. I'd like to get in a room with Justin and TJ and the people, and just like kind of explain what I want to do with them. Yeah. Justin's card is going to join your guys' group. So I was going to do a little shift around people, but I am probably going to put all of them out of your group because I can't sacrifice my effects guys. Yeah. So, one way or another, we'll think Justin will Wally. Justin will just be Wally's character or whatever. Justin's card, not Justin. Part of it. But yeah, he's committed to the date, so we're good. You know, I'm so excited. And so this is the pre-launch. So what do we do from right now? So for the next couple of weeks, we'll just be doing the post to remind everybody as soon as they get the artwork. Every day or every 3 days. I'd like to do but really, we need to get the Indiegogo campaign. Okay, because I'm going to photograph these 3 zombies. I'll have a poster for you by the end of the day. And you can use a bunch of like several pictures of the zombies. And fun that we can show everybody. Yeah. And we'll start making some drawing. A lot of time with that was like some of the other perks we talked about. So we're going to do the perks and also we got to go. So we're talking about that people can obviously do like experience things, so you can already go over the zombie. But then we talk about the Blu-ray. Yeah, you can buy special edition Blu-rays. But then there's some other really fun stuff. There's add-ons, a little bit of 3D printing type things. So we are going to offer anybody who plays a zombie can have their character immortalized as an action figure, and they can hold that action figure. We will also offer where if you pay to be this guy, and I will build a display in the Moss Museum after the movie is done of your stuff, your makeup, your guy will live in the Moss Museum forever for anybody who thinks that's special. If you're not in the movie and you want a zombie action figure or mini bust, we're going to make based on the poster art, we're going to have a character that will be a action figure or bust that's kind of our mascot. And it doesn't mean that maybe that's a zombie this time. I guess he would be, but maybe not. Maybe it's one of the other zombies. Maybe it's just something to represent the movie. It's our logo. And then we're trying to limit that zombies on the cover or nothing. Right. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the thing is we will have a collectible item that is an action figure or mini bust. You can purchase iPhone that make this all, and those will be available. Of course, mini posters, mini posters really fast. So far, we do have Brett Wagner on board. We haven't signed any contracts or anything, but it's all big swag. Brett Wagner will be one of the bikers in the movie. TJ Lavin, he's a name. Yeah, I gotta figure it out. I haven't talked to him, but I would love to see if and if he's not available, that's fine. We're going to pass that part with somebody cool. Actually, I would probably put Justin's card in his car. Right. If he's not available. Who else was I talking about? I had a couple celebrity names I wanted to go with, but I don't really want. I haven't reached out to anybody else. We need to see those campaign goes. So the problem is getting somebody's hopes up, and then they're like, they will go to the movie. I've dealt with so many times. Yeah. They're like, we can't have that party. So I haven't really reached out to the other celebrities yet. I mean, obviously Steve Hansen, Jason Wells, the Plant, and Blake Lewis are all part of this. Ashley's got a role in there. I felt that town probably I didn't have anything for him funnest time. I can't imagine. I can't imagine making a movie that it's not the most fun. Like, that's straight through it. It's, I don't know. Some people aren't super into zombies anymore because they got oversaturated, but I feel like it's getting it back. Yeah. Getting it back from life. Well, I think they got to get rid of it. It is a very serious job. I love those movies too. And it's fun movies too. Yeah. They even like that EC comic, feel. I just feel like, I don't know, what is some of the other parts that we discussed? So I think it's stickers and posters and stuff, but I think that's easy. Yeah. The roles is the big one for me because I just want to give people that experience. Yeah. I've been on a lot of crowdfunding movies, and they've been a blast. And some of them had hard times though, and organizational problems, and this and that. I want to show. I kind of want to let in, open the gates and show how much I think movies made, and the amount of fun that they have doing it. Like it's so fun. And then if I could just be the post production, get movies spectacular, we can make more of them. Because I have a movie I'll make in November. I want to shoot in November. I have a script done, cast ready, scouted, sets built, shoot it in November. So I have to finish this movie. Like I want Shadow Valley done. Is that the title we're talking about? No, it's something that I'm not talking about yet. I'll talk about it in September. Nice. But Teddy 2 is on its way. We're talking about that too. But Shadow Valley first, and then it's the Devlin project. Cody. It's gonna be awesome. Then, man, I feel like we're on. I think it's super fun. I think that people are gonna have fun. I literally, how do we do? Once we get the campaign going, we talk about doing a live stream once a week or something. Yeah, that's not this. It's just us talking Shadow Valley. Should I make us a Shadow Valley war room to do it in? That'd be fun. Yeah, because I'm gonna build that podcast room. Let's get to our Thursday. I want to shoot my first off the wall season 2, off the clock season 2 movie or podcast by which is here. But there's room in that room. I'm gonna build 2 podcast sets. Oh, all that's good for cameras and mics. Oh, that's awesome. So I can maybe make us a Shadow Valley war. I like that. That's cool. Yeah. I think we want to do that as much as we can because it's like just getting word and talking about it. You let people know what we're doing, and that was cool. And that was cool. We'll make little quote clips. Yeah. I think that's one thing that gives me some hope about the crowdfunding is that here, I know a lot of people are really successful at it. I really think that the main thing that helps me be successful is posting and being interactive. I'll be interactive. It's like, a lot of people, a lot of people like what they post, they do, and you stick notifications throughout the month, and it's like, it's so hard. It's so hard as a person on social media to get a friend to see your post about your life. I mean, I see those daily videos too, and I can do a Shadow Valley update every day on the daily basis. I just don't know what to do. We'll figure it out. Yeah. And I think as we start putting those into little fun things, we could, you think it'd be fun if we could get them a what the bus will look like before we launch. Because those will be really cool things I think to show before we launch on May 4th. Yeah. But that would be little just one little bus or even if it's just like something to give an example. The thing you did with Wally, have you showed that yet? I have not showed it to anybody yet. Are we going to do something like that for the campaign too? I don't know if we'll do the media part of it for the campaign, but we'll do the for sure. But you need to just use that as the example. Yeah. Please don't be shy about telling me what to do in post-work. Because I am busy and I forget things and I'm terrible at social media and I'm terrible at email. I'm terrible at that, but if we articulate a little about it, they'll post it. Oh, yeah, is it ultimately more or if you need something creative, Lola does it.